Hi everyone at Pokemoshpitbeta. Oh goodness, I am AceStarThe3rd, and thank you so much for watching. And if you don't know me, I'm a person who mainly uploads, third generation battles and contests, and I do that because, I find third generation to be more balanced metagame, and I like it, and, the sprites are cool and everything else. So, and today, I'm bringing you a third generation doubles battle that I had against one of my friends, MrMimeEXE. Now, if you look at my team, immediately the first thing you see that, yes, it's an evolution team. Please don't die. I know it's cliche. I know it's like, oh, I've seen that before. He's so original, but it's whatever, because you're going to see why each of these things aren't, absolutely used, because it's a double battle. So, the main thing that that kind of sucks about evolutions in third generation is, especially Flareon, is because, Flareon has that 130 base attack stat and it really can't utilize it that well, but it's okay, I think, because I have, my team supporting it, with Helping Hand and, other things like that. If you look at his team, however, it's really offensively oriented. I don't like that Metacham. It's pretty, it looks pretty pure and powerful, and I don't know if I can handle that thing. And he also has an Umbreon and a Vaporeon too for team supporting, so I pretty much think I can get by that if I do this correctly, and it's just gonna be pretty cool. I also have Clefable there just for, mediation, I guess. I mean, he's sorry, no 6 unless I use DB, but I'm not doing that because I don't feel like using EV and OU. I don't think anyone would. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this battle, and be sure to check out my and his channel if you enjoyed this battle. And so let's go. Oh my goodness, bro. School started today, and I swear I just did not even feel like it. Like, I just didn't. I didn't want to wake up, and I didn't want to get ready. And anyway, let's get right into this. So he led with Dragonite, and also he led with Umbreon, because it's a double battle. Whoa, derp. But it's whatever, because now it's like, whoa, I have to stop that Dragonite immediately, because I know it could do some harmful things to my team. It's very physically oriented, having a 103. Is it 103? No, it's what? 100 and it's near Metagrosses. It's a lot, like 130 something or 20. It's a lot, but anyway, so I'm kind of ish like, okay, I need to cripple that thing, so I do in fact go for a charm on it, and then at the same time I support Ace, my Clefable goes for 1,000,000 cosmic power. So now at this point it's kind of like, OMG, I can take almost anything you throw at me. It's kind of like whatever, you can switch out, you can do whatever you want to do, you can have some chocolate cake. I'd love to join you for some, because you can't do anything to me right now, so we can just eat. So now here comes the horrible part. So I'm like, okay, I am trying to be doing some things in here and trying to go into, Thunder Ace, so I can, take out this Metacham, because I know that he's going to be threatening my team a lot, but he gets a critical hit, Mega Horn, and I'm like, the horn! Yeah, you're cool. So, yeah, I got taken out. It's whatever. I really needed Thunder Ace because he was the fastest thing on my team, and he pretty much would have been a wonderful revenge killer because there's no choice Scarf in this generation, but it's whatever. I guess that's what happens when you're Jolteon, I guess. So anyway, here comes, let's be honest, pretty wonderful for me right now, because I do have support Ace, my Clefable in here, who can go for Follow Me's, which will prevent my it will prevent my Espeon from taking damage, so I could get to go for, a couple Calm Minds before I Baton Pass into my Burning Ace, my Flareon. So you're probably like, oh, he's not using it, physically, and well, I kind of am. You're gonna see how it is used. It's used kind of weird, but it's whatever. It's really supportive, and it's really awesome. If you tried it out, you would see how awesome it works out. So yes, I do go for Fire Spin, and I know that's kind of seeming like a noob move kind of thing, but it's not. I swear, you should try it out, because there are things in doubles that don't need to switch out, and if they did switch out, it would ruin everything, and they just need to stay there. So that's why I have it. Don't hate it. So it's whatever. So I do go for a double edge. I kind of a mixed thing going on right here. I think I am hasty or calm. Nah, I'm not hasty because I'm slow, so I'm probably like brave or something. So it's pretty awesome because, I got to take, I got to give Wes a load of damage. If you don't know Wes, I think I know where that name comes from. Wes is the person who is the main character in Pokemon Coliseum, and he has the Espeon and Umbreon, which I probably think that's where that name came from, in case you were wondering what that was. But anyway, he brought in his Arcanine. I don't care. I don't care how archy he is. I don't care how much 9 he has. I don't care how flaming he is. I don't care how pissed he looks. I don't care how intimidating he is. I don't care how much overheat he's blasting at me. I don't care. It's whatever, because, man, he critical hit at me. So, Arcanine, there's nothing really that's too scary about it. It has 80 base speed and like 110 base attack, but it has no stab. Kind of just like Flareon, except, a little bit better because of Intimidate, but it's whatever because I get to go for a dive on it. Takes loads of damage, and now it's kind of like, not at a standstill kind of thing, but now it's kind of like, you know, I have both of my supporters out here, and it's going to be difficult to bring in the rest of my Pokemon because they're kind of fragile, and I'm not sure what he's going to be doing right now. And that Wes's Hydro Pump is doing a load of damage, and if I bring in something, it's probably going to take so much damage, it's going to kill it, and then I'm just going to have support Pokemon last. And if you have support Pokemon last in double battles, that is the biggest no-no ever, and you will probably lose if you end up with no offensive threats in the last couple Pokemon. And honestly, this battle is a battle that I had months ago, and when I think about it, I was way too defensive here. I could have been way more offensively oriented on all my Pokemon, except Umbreon, of course, but I don't know, it still worked out. I think it still works out pretty nicely that I was defensive, but I could have been a lot more offensive, and I could have taken out a lot of these things a lot quicker than I did, but it's whatever. So he brings in, he takes out his, he brings out his Arcanine, you know, and now it's kind of like whatever. I know he's probably gonna go for Extreme Speed or something. I kind of don't-ish care because, you know, Arcanine's defenses aren't all that, and I can take it down to a point where it's kind of like OMG, and I think I can survive at least one Extreme Speed, so... And unless he goes for, you know, a helping hand, but, you know, he misses it, fortunately. So praise the Lord, oh my god. And so it's like, okay, you know, I pretty much think I can do some damage to it now, but, you know, I just didn't feel like it at the time, so it's kind of like whatever. So I do take out Wes. That is a huge threat that is gone. It sucks because the Vaporeon was a threat in doubles, which it never is. It's usually just a supporting Pokemon, but it's whatever for me because, you know, I still took it out. So now he brings back in his Dragonite, his Drag Queen, which happens to be funny because it's a male, and it's like whatever. I get to take out what's it called, the Arcanine due to a Psychic. I think I had a couple Combines up, but it's whatever. And then the Dragonite takes me out with Wing Attack, and I know you're probably thinking, why do you have Wing Attack? It's probably because he has a hidden power. Please don't get mad. I know there's things like that that are weird in 3rd generation, but please, like, just let it work out. So now I think, you know, the only thing I can really do right now, like, since these are the last 2 Pokemon, are try to do as much damage as I can with Flareon before it gets taken out, and then go into, I think, Aquatic Ace and try to do something with that. And so I'm gonna try to keep himself. I'm trying to keep it alive as much as possible, so I'm going to be going for Charms on Drag Queen so that he does not do as much damage to Flareon in case he wants to go for something like, I don't know, Earthquake or, I don't know, Explosion. So it's pretty awesome because, you know, see, these are the last things he has. There's nothing he can do unless... I don't know, unless he magically used the revive, and then, you know, no, nothing's gonna be happening. And I do get a crit right there, I'm sorry, but it's whatever, because after this Drag Queen is gone, it's gonna be pretty much downhill from there for him, because, you know, Umbreon can't do a thing to me. That's what it didn't have. It didn't have Toxic. That's what it didn't have. So even if it was the last thing he had, unless he repeatedly went for Wish, Protect, and then went out of PP and then went for Struggle 1,000 times, yeah, there's nothing, no. So well, I pretty much won if I can take out Drag Queen, but it's uncertain, I guess, because he could get a crit on something and it would suck, but even so, he would be taken out due to Toxic, and it's whatever. So now it's like, wow, he lived with like no HP, like what? So now he comes with this big Earthquake, and I'm like, whoa, why didn't you use that like an hour ago? And it's probably, you know, because he didn't want his Umbreon to take any damage, but it was kind of too late for that because, you know, he was already charmed to death, and he had like no attack left. So that Earthquake was kind of just pointless right there, and he probably should have just went for, you know, another Wing Attack and tried to take out my Burning Ace, but it's whatever he wants to do because he just made himself lose a little bit faster, but it's whatever. So Dragon gets taken down. Now this is the last thing he has, so I can safely bring in my Drag Queen and then go for something like, I think I go for a Helping Hand boosted Double Edge right here, which is the last thing I do. It's pretty awesome because, you know, that 130 base attack is pretty hard hitting, but like I said earlier, Flareon doesn't have any physical stab, and without physical stab, you're not going to do as much damage as you could possibly do, and that's a really bad thing to do in 3rd gen because it's just what it is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that battle. It kind of was like long, I know, I'm so sorry, you know, double battles aren't as easy to narrate because you have to pay attention to 4 different Pokemon at one time, but I hope you really enjoyed this battle, and I hope you enjoyed my voice, and I hope it was acceptable and cool, you know, enough for you, but it's whatever. So yes, once again, be sure to like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, subscribe if you haven't, share if you have the balls, comment if you are cool, and be sure to check out my MrMimeEXE channel if you enjoyed this battle. Once again, I hope each of you have a wonderful day, and goodbye.